G'day, dear friends. Welcome to Patreon with X. It's not Patreon. Oh my gosh, I say this all the time. G'day, friends. Welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy C. I'm in Patreon mode. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so welcome to part 7 of this Surreal portrait. Now, she's been hanging around for a while. Because I do have a few on the go, and I stop and start because when I sort of review some products or show you what I've been playing with and stuff like that, you know, this poor snake charmer, she just gets put aside. So she's coming back out. We've got to start. We've got to finish her. Hi Dinny, hello to Belgium. Hello Cherry, hello. All right. Well, it's morning here and I'm having a morning coffee, so it's not a wine in the evening. Well, for the Northern Hemisphere it might be, of course. Okay, all right, recapping. This is a 30 by 40 on Pastelmat Anthracite. This is a concept which I created with Affinity. There's a few images on here. There's about 3 images on here which I've put together. Which, by the way, actually, now that I've said all of that before, on Patreon, I do a little... I have been doing some Affinity tutorials, and they're the most basic of basic, but sometimes maybe that's all you need. And by the way, not sponsored, but can I just tell you, Affinity is free. It's like a design program, similar to, who people might not know, but Photoshop. Yeah, so, but it's for free. Anyway, all right, so PanPastels. I'm going to be working on her hair. She's got an interesting plait around her neck, so I haven't done much with the face. Someone said to me, they go, oh look, her nose is crooked. I go, well yes, because she's turned her head and she's looking in another direction. Hello Lynn, Chrissy and everyone finally receive expansion set of pans. You are joking me. Yes. So you got them in your hot little hands. Yes. All right, so I use all kinds of tools. I will use soft tools. You will see soft tools sponges, brushes, you name it, I will use it so long as it gives me the outcome I'm looking for. And, you know, I used the soft tool sponges in the background. That covers up things pretty quick. And look, you can even see the colour that I was using there. That's the sponge that I was using. And I'm going to be using some bristle brushes. I also, because I've got so many things on the go, I've got my mixing palette and I tuck it here so I know which one applies to what. And I'll just show you what I've been playing with this week. Or actually, after the live stream last week, as you know, I was, if you were watching last week, I beg your pardon, I was reviewing some watercolors or was it watercolors? Watercolors and gouache, Japanesque from Turner. And I got to tell you what the results of that was. So hang in there. All right, so I'm going to zoom in. And you know what? I've got a few questions to ask you, ask you viewers, because, you know, sorry to mention it again, but on Patreon, apart from the interesting subjects that we do, here I better start while I'm, apart from the interesting subjects that we do, well, interesting, I don't know if you call it, well, interesting subjects, let's just say interesting subjects, we do have, and they're structured by the way, we do have conversations about our art journeys and stuff like that. So it's not all about which way your brush goes, or, you know, it's yes, it's yeah. it's a place where you can get confidence to do your own art journey. So some of the things that we were talking about is play. When you're not doing your, like if you're not doing a piece, oh hang on, better just do this. I want a dark colour. So I'm using one of the expansion colours, by the way. This is, yes, burnt umber. Burnt umber. Not burnt sienna, burnt umber. It's a bit more on the softer side than the burnt sienna. See, this is the burnt sienna is, yeah, well, you can see that's darker. Actually, that's probably what I should use. No, anyway, let's go with this. Let's stick this here. What did I do? Okay. All right. Gabrielle, hello. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Hi, Fran. Hello, everyone. Newfoundland. Hang on, Chrissy, New South Wales, Australia. East Coast for all of you Aussies, or for, well, Australia knows New South Wales. Sorry, but I meant to say Northern Hemisphere. I wish they would put the names on the lids. Oh, that costs money. That costs more money, didn't it? I know, because then I've got to go like this. G'day, Lou. Hello. All right, hang on. Let me just get to this. Okay, so she's got pearls on one side, but she does have the plait that's around her, so I'm actually going to go into that. Okay, so yeah, so oh no, I need darker. I need darker. It's in this area anyway. Yeah, so one of the things we were talking about, so if you, oh that's right, Patreon. So I got to get all of this out of the way, sorry. So if you wanted to get into interesting subjects, a safe place to explore, and a safe place for you to learn about projects and techniques and stuff like that. I'll teach you techniques, but I'm arming you with techniques to go and do what you like to do. But at the same time, you know, well, we've got to do them doing a project, don't we? But you will get to see some of my personal subjects as well, which I'm quite happy to, you know, to give you references to go ahead. I mean, no mysteries. You know, there's, you know, if you want to do it, you can do it. I'm not precious about things like that. You know, everyone's got a different way of attacking the same subject, you know, so yes. Oh, this will be interesting. I've got to find out which, oh, this is going to be, oh, my map. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Trying to work out how, yes. Anyway, so the link is in the description box below, and there you get to also, it's a bit more, what can I say? It is a structured but relaxed atmosphere. I think that's what it is. I've got a few patrons in here. So what do you think? You can be honest. I don't mind. G'day, Abigail. Hello. And it's just for four American dollars. $4. That is less than a cup of coffee. And you get access to all my stuff. Yep. All right. So what I might do this. Oh no, I might just mark where the dark bits should be. It's all about my map, isn't it? Plus I'm having a conversation at the same time while I'm trying to think this through. So hang on. That. Yeah, definitely relaxed. Love it. Oh, thank you so much, Louise. I'm glad you find that relaxed. I hope, yeah. And we do, you know, we do complex stuff, but we also do some simple stuff, you know, so yes, we do. So we'll go from a basic little apple to a complex jazzy octopus with lots of tentacles and lots of sucker things and things that you would go, what is all this? Yeah, I think. So there's all kinds of things to do, which I will show you actually. Let me just show you what we've just completed, well, what I have. Okay, quite proud of this actually. He was quite fun. So this is a project that we've just completed on Patreon. Now I changed it a bit because there was quite a bit in the background. I wanted it a little bit softer. I went ahead and knowing that I probably was going to do something in the background, but I went ahead with the octopus and I looked at the background and I thought, you know what, that needs something else. So I just went and just very lightly just touched certain things up. But this is awesome. You really enabled me last week. Well, I've got to show you something, Abigail. I had to buy the Turner gouache. I did get only the neons. They are very expensive here. Is that right? They are not on this side of the world, I'll tell you that much. See, it's about time. Because everything is so expensive in Australia. Oh my gosh, you know, because we're far away. By the time you know, the manufacturers or the art shops, you know, freight stuff over. But yes. Hi, Helen, hello. I missed you, darling. You've been busy. You've been very busy, Helen. You've been very busy. So we went to about 85% with this. You love the octopus. Yeah, we went to about 85% with pans on this and just finished them off in Pastel Pencils. And I really but for a long time this was looking very ugly, can I tell you? Very, very ugly. And look, I promise I'll keep to this. In a little while, Abigail, I'll show you. Well, I'm glad you reminded me because I'm going to show you what I did after the stream last week. Because not only did I enable you, but I enabled myself. How does that happen? Yes, have to keep drawing. Therapy, love it. Yeah, love trumpet. Grandson's. Oh, really? Love trumpet. Grandson plays trumpet. Oh my golly gosh. Yeah, I still haven't found the new PanPastels in stock here in UK. Why is that in the UK? I find that so hard to understand. Wow. You know what? I'm actually going to. I need to do this because I'm going to lose my map while I'm talking. There are highlight bits and there are dark bits. So I just need to do that. I'm just going to mark the bits where the light bits need to be because I'm going to be in big trouble. I'm going to be in big trouble. I'm going to go, what? That's not where that should go. And then everything will look ridiculous. I fell asleep last week, missed the stream. No problem. Had to get mine from the USA sales. Oh, 279 Australian. That would be American dollars, right? Oh boy, that's cheap. Get them. Yeah, you might have to do that, Cherry. You know, it's been a while now, hasn't it? I wonder. You know what? Oh no, I better not. That would be not a nice thing to say. So I better not. You know, sometimes these art shops. We're governed by what the art shops can give us. I think, yeah. And it's what they throw in your face too. You don't know what's really out there until you see other countries and what they, like the turn of the gouache, you know. Not everyone's got those. and it's so readily available in Japan. How, you know, I have to expand my search. Maybe, Cherry, maybe. I find it hard. I reckon you should have got them by now, at least. Oh, you got them from Dakota, Lynn. Oh yeah, I know, Dakota Pastels. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm doing here is making sure that I know where these things are. Where her hair is. This is her plait. It goes all the way underneath her chin. Okay, so my question, I'm going to go back to my question. In Canada was 500 Canadian dollars plus. Okay. Yeah, it's like that here. It's around that here. And the art shop that I work in, not sponsored, it's called Sofft Pastels, by the way, sorry. softpastels.com.au. The largest range of soft pastels in the Southern Hemisphere. We've got ranges, we've got from Europe, from Asia, from the UK, Australia. We've got such a lovely, the US, we've got a lovely selection. So our American friends would have quite a bit. But, you know, sometimes here in Australia, we, you know, we don't have, sometimes we can't get access to things. And so, you know, so I hope this is going to help me. Because her hair is going crisscross like that. Okay, it was worth. Yeah, I'm very happy with my Talon squash. See, that's something I don't have, that I can't get a hold of, that's probably so easy for you in the Netherlands. Oh yeah, and we've got, you know, from the Netherlands, we've got stuff as well. We've got the Bruynzeels. We've got stuff from everywhere. Yeah, I can always add acrylic medium if I want. Yes, then if I want them permanent. I just wanted the neon, though I do have neon pigment and can make them. Oh yeah, well there is that. There is that. So my question to you is, so first of all, do you give yourself permission to play? But the expectation should be no masterpiece, okay? No masterpiece, like just play. Do you do that? And the reason why I say that is because sometimes, as you know, like look, how tight am I painting? I'm painting tightly here. I'm painting tightly here. And I enjoy painting tightly. Okay. These are some of the conversations we had on Patreon, and we were trying to sort of break it down. Because, you know, sometimes don't see, not say don't see, but I'm just saying when other artists are showing their artwork and it looks smack perfect, like, well, you know, jaw dropping, where my jaw drops, I'll tell you this now, where I'm thinking, oh, I wish I could do that. Do you know what I mean? But remember how long these people have been painting these kind of subjects. And so all of a sudden you just, sorry, that's the dogs running downstairs. That's the noise. So remember, you know, they've been doing it for a long time, right? And so then when we look at our own art journey, we're doing, say, a project, and you're going, ugh, I've been working on this for such a long time. It doesn't look very good. It doesn't look very good. So now you're all caught up and you're trying to do this perfect thing, and you know, you're not relaxed. You're not relaxed. And so a way for you to relax is to just do anything and have a sketchbook and just do anything. paint strokes, discover colour, work with your art supplies if you've got some art supplies and you don't know how they work. And then all of a sudden, when you come back to your tight stuff, which is, I'm referring to myself, this is why I say that, I come back and I start to improve again. But can you just see that there's a long process with this, you know? So yes, be influenced, but try to keep, you know, I'm trying to always find the right words so I don't offend anyone. Yeah, just try to keep it light for yourself. You know, don't put pressure on yourself that you've got to, every time you sit down and you do this one project that for the first time, that it's going to be perfect. No, hits and misses. So when you give yourself permission to play is when you relax. And sometimes, and I mean a lot of the times, that's when you discover, oh, I like what I've just done and I wasn't even thinking. Do you know? So, yeah. So there you go. Yes, and play with granddaughter as well. There you go. Lynn, of course. Yeah, have you ever heard of Kahlua? Kahlua, Chris. What? Kahlua? Am I pronouncing it correct? Yeah. Just bought their 72 set of soft pastel pencils. Ooh, they were very cheap, but had good reviews. No. Ooh, I'm going to have a look at this. Well, hang on. This is, see, I've got my pad and pen ready to write things down when I need. So I've got to write them down, otherwise I will forget. So it's K-A-L-O-U-R, and it's Pastel Pencils. I'm going to check that out. I don't know. Okay. Was that the one I was using? That one. Interesting. Yeah, I always play. I'm never serious. Yes, I know, Abigail, and you come up with so many things. Abigail is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The amount of experimentation this lady does. And it's just like jaw-dropping. I couldn't even find the word. Jaw-dropping, fantastic. And, you know, and that's when I'm doing something, Abigail is probably one of the ones say, did you know that if you do this, this will happen? Yes. Okay. Yeah, play a lot too. Lou, they haven't arrived yet. Ooh. You will have to show us on Share Your Art with Xrissart. Oh, here we go. Here's another thing. Share Your Art with Xrissart is a Facebook page where we continue the conversation from our live stream here, because there are some things that we talk about that we can't, you know, it's very hard in the chat to show. YouTube doesn't allow us to do those sorts of things, show images and stuff like that. Again, the link is in the description box below. So there are no real hard and fast rules there, but all I ask you is to be nice to each other and no politics. There's enough politics going on in the world and enough doom and gloom to sink a ship. So many ships. So yeah, so it's very, very safe there as well, just so long as you're respectful. So yeah, go ahead. When that happens, Lou, show us. The dog scared you. I thought it was have a go. Johan, my husband, fell down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's the dogs. We've got stairs into my art space from upstairs, and the dogs are running outside, so you can hear their paws going tap, 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 tap. So that's what that is. Hi, Jelena. Hello. Welcome. We're talking about permission to play. That's what we're talking about. Permission to play. Do you play, Jelena? I know you play, actually. You've got a lot of art supplies to play with. Lynn, you mean he showed the Kahlua? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, yes, I will pop them so when they arrive. Yep. Cool stuff. Yeah. Can I tell you, this on here is a snake that's sitting on a head, but you can't see it's a snake until you see the head. Just, please don't ask me. I don't like snakes. I don't even know why I did this, but I don't like snakes. But you know what? It's always sometimes the things that I don't expect are the things that come out all right. So, yeah. But I don't like snakes at all. At all. I don't mind spiders. I don't do cockroaches. I don't do mice or rats or snakes. I don't do those. If I would be one of those ones that would jump on a chair if I saw a rat or a mouse. Truly, I am one of those people. Yeah. And I would go the other way if I saw a snake. Definitely. Check out Jason Morgan's review on the Kahlua. He compares them to the Carbothello. Okie dokie. All right. Need those. Oh, Fran, 10,000 hours. Do you have a YouTube channel? Fran, do you? Really? You have a YouTube channel? You have to tell us. You can't put the link here. I'll tell you that now. YouTube won't allow you. But if you've got a YouTube channel, yeah, let us know. I'll share it on Share Your Art with Xrissart. We'll go over there and give you some love as well. How about that? Yeah, mice are cute. What are you talking about, mice are cute? No, they're not. Gosh. Look, I know the little pet mice, but oh, yeah, I struggle with that one. Sorry, folks. Don't mean to offend. You know, we all got our our likes and dislikes. Not that I dislike them. I'm just, yeah, not fussed. Oh, yeah, he loved them. Oh, okay. Art by YouTube. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. So, okay, now we're into enough of the live stream. Look, I will continue with this. So just one moment. So last week we were talking about, so this relates to play. Okay, so last week we were reviewing Turner, and we were reviewing some watercolors that I received from Etsy. They're called Jackmans. Not Jacksons, Jackman. Okay, Jackmans. So they're a site on Etsy which I discovered, and these are all granulating colors. So when we painted these, so this is what they are dry. Look how beautiful they are. They are just gorgeous. Look at these colors. They are just beautiful. So look at Lunar Blue. Look at that. Oh, anyway, there's a bit of purple in here, you know, like a violet in here. Nebula, there's a bit of blue, and oh, look, mulberry. Look at that. Really, 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 really nice. And so this was on Armatruda. Okay, Armatruda. So last week, and of course I was playing with the Turner gouache that we were talking about. Look at this. I made some zines. Are they zines? Z-I-N-E-S. Please, if I'm not pronouncing this correctly, please correct me. I'm happy to be corrected. Look at this fluoro. This is like, I need sunglasses for this. So what I did was, this was an A3, it's cotton watercolor. And this is me using the fluoro. Look at this. These are the fluoro. And of course I was playing with stencils and the watercolors that I was, you know, the watercolors. You see all the granulation there. And I waited for it to dry and I made zines. Is that how you pronounce it? Ugh. Yeah. Oh, wow. Is Nan in? Oh, hi, Nan. Hi, Nan. How you going? How you going? Yeah, son had a pet iguana. Are you kidding me? Hello, my dear. Sorry, I didn't see you if you came in earlier. Oh, yeah. So this is the combination of the Turner watercolors, right? And the Turner gouache and the Jackman paints. Oh, honestly. So I did this. So for me, so now I will probably, so you'll go, well, you know what, so what? It's a little book like that. I go, yeah, but I'm actually going to tear off little bits of paper and write little notes on here. And I'm actually going to, my grandchildren don't know this, but I'm gifting one each to my grandchildren, right? And yeah, because they're my pen pals, and that's another conversation which I'll get into. But yeah, so look at that. That is awesome. So that was that. Look at this one. I was using stencils and I got a bit of gold paint out. And I, yeah, again on watercolor. And, oh, look at that. Oh, nice and shimmery. Now, can I tell you, this is not my idea, okay? I got this, and I think there's lots of videos out there, but the person that I got this from, look at that. This is one, I think this is one of my favorites. Does anyone know, and I think we've talked about her name is Denise Love. She's got a southern accent, so I'm not quite sure exactly where she's from, but she's from the South, US that is, and she did some of these, and I went, oh, I've got to do this. I have to do this. And I did it with the playing with the art supplies. And I thought, wow. Actually, this also makes a nice little gift. So if you wanted to maybe write a few little recipes and give it to someone as a gift, maybe a recipe or nice little poems or even an image, a photograph. There are so many things that you could do with this. And then here we go. Look, the fluoro. Look at that one. Holy dooly. This one. Holy dooly. So when, yeah, that area didn't work out so good, but the colors are from these. So this is what I did. And oh, look at that. Oh, maybe that should be the way it should happen. Yeah, maybe that way. So what happened was I ended up, you know, folding it and snipped one little bit, and I made it into a little book. They are, what a wonderful way to play and use your art supplies. So I got this from Denise Love. So if anyone, yeah, I love Denise. Yeah, she is on Skillshare also. Yes, I know she talks about that. But these are on her regular YouTube channel. She did this. And I go, oh, I've got to do this. I gotta. So, comes back to playing, because you just don't know what's going to happen. And can I tell you, this one I was almost ready to bin it. I was ready to bin it. The only thing I liked about it was the hot pink. But when I did these zins, you call them zins or zines? Zins. Pronounce zins. When you do these zins, when I did the zin, I go, you know what? I think I like this now. So there you go. This is what I'm trying to get at, playing. Because, you know, we do all of this tight stuff, but, you know, oh, I absolutely fell in love. But wait, there's more. Okay, so I've been playing again. I played last night and I used those colors, but I also used the Surreal Les Aquarelle watercolors with these, and that dark color there is the neutral tint there. So I'm pulling out all my watercolors and the ones that I've purchased actually. So this paper is you can't put a lot of water on this, but this is a paper where it's 200 GSM. It is more like a drawing paper, but you can use watercolor on it, and it's by Armatruda. Okay, so I played again last night. I just couldn't help myself. So I don't know what these are going to be, but I'm going to use these. Look at that. You know what? That is these two. The Queen Gold in the Sennelier watercolors and the sap green. Look what the sap green did. It had this blue in it. Yeah, that's right. It's got PB29 and PY 153. They just totally went as soon as the water hit. And the Queen Gold. So, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I just, yeah, so I've started playing. Oh, here we go. This is the Jackman's. I'm trying to figure, I can't remember which one. Hang on, which one? Those. So nice. And I did something else here. I think I went there. I went somewhere there. I did the 3. So I have been playing. So these just did their own thing. But this paper is really, really nice. You can actually just tear it with your hands. It's so soft. But permission to play. If I didn't give permission to play, like I'm going to make a card out of that, or I'm going to do something with that. I don't know what. But I'm going to do something with that. And then I'll come back to this, which helps me paint like this. So, okay. So let me see. We do have a little skins here, and they drop their tail. Oh, are we talking? We're talking the rats and the mice. Lou. Okay, no, we're not. We're talking what are we talking about? Lizards. I also didn't used to like lizards until I had a gecko in my hand, and their belly is so soft. Oh, yeah, I think lizards. Oh, we're talking lizards, huh? Oh, yeah, no, I don't know about lizards. It's the same kind. I think it's the creepy crawly, the way that they. I think that's what gets to me. Chrissy, how about doing that on a canvas as an abstract, then paint a portrait on top? Oh, wouldn't that be good? Another idea. Brilliant. What is it? Yeah. I like this idea. Diane, hello. Welcome. I just want to read the comment, make sure. Real nice colour. I have those Sennelier. Well, play, Lynn. Play. Have a go. Oh my gosh. Abigail says, Chrissy, before you do anything, scan these paintings. They'll make beautiful backgrounds for some project in the future. Ah, thank you. That's another good idea. Whew. All right, back to the painting. So that comes to what I was saying, permission to play. So I just think, I mean, there's lots of times when I want to be in my art space and I don't want to concentrate on stuff. That's a brilliant thing. Also, another thing that I do also is use my colored pencils. My colored pencils on with my coloring books. I love colored pencil, and I don't do enough of it, but unfortunately it's a slow medium for me, so I don't get to see the results very quickly for the amount of time that I put into it, but I enjoy when I'm doing it. I love doing it. So that's another thing which I also enjoy doing. Yeah. So, yeah, playing. Oh, thank you, Diane. Yes. Well, I know I should. I feel. Oh, sometimes I struggle to promote myself. You got no idea, but I should say it. I'm only about I don't know, a little bit around short of 200 of having 10,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, I need 10,000. I mean, no, I don't need 10,000, but it's a bit of a milestone. It's a bit of a milestone. So if you haven't subscribed and you like the content, because I've got plenty of free videos on here. I mean, here we have our little chats and stuff like that, but I do have plenty of free videos that for you to view and stuff like that, and lots of reviews on things. So subscribe if you haven't, if you like the content, so you don't miss out. So yes, I'm not that far away. So plus the content that I do is probably a little bit niche, I would say, you know, a little bit niche, goes without saying. Yeah. All right. Yes. Yeah. So, and so I've got another question for you. When you look for inspiration, and I'll answer me as well, what do you do to look for, or what inspires you, and what do you look for, or where do you look for in inspiration? For me, there's lots of things. It's a handful of things. One is definitely I look on like Pixabay and images like that. I do, because I create concepts and I need images or something. I look at an image and it just goes ding in my head, and then all of a sudden something like an image, and it might be just a little thing. It could be a tree, it could be a balloon, it could be anything, and all of a sudden something triggers in my mind, almost like a computer, and I see an image. So then I start looking for other images that I've got in my head. So when I go looking for inspiration, it could be that. Or sometimes I have a dream. I would dream of a concept, or sometimes, not that I'm looking for inspiration, but sometimes, and I actually truly believe this is from God, no two words, all of a sudden I'm working on my computer, say at work, on the admin side of the art shop, and all of a sudden I get images in my head, and I quickly, because I'm working on something, like I'm not even thinking about it, and then all of a sudden I have to do a stick figure. This is how, or just lines, so I don't forget the image, because I've got to write things down to always remember, because things do tend to fly out of my head, come in and come out. So sometimes I capture it by doing that. So there was one point where I designed about four or five images within about 10 minutes. The images were just coming into my head, pop, 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 pop. So my inspiration is God. That's number one. There's no way it could be anything else. And yeah, or it could be a dream, like I said, or it could be an image that I've seen. Yes, so that's what happens to me. So, okay. Margaret, hello, welcome. Nice to see you here. Margaret says, I bought the Soho woodless pastel pencils 48 for $57. Really? Where? They came from Jerry's Artarama. Oh yeah, it would cost about another $50 or $70 for it to come over here. Really like them on sanded paper. Wow. 200 missing. Oh. Fantasy, Pinterest mainly. Wow, that's cool. Inspiration. Depends on the weather, my mood, and it just has to click at that moment. Sometimes I wake up inspired. Exactly, Helen. Exactly. Diane says, Chrissy, yeah, I wrote the names on the lids in a black permanent marker. It helps. Oh, yes, I know what you mean on here. Yeah, that would help. Just don't get your lids mixed up. Sometimes playing, then image pops up. Yes, absolutely. Oh, yes, for sure. Louise says, yeah, I have a draft fantasy novel I wrote in COVID lockdown, and the characters would visit me in my sleep, and I would have to get up and keep writing. It was the weirdest experience. Oh, I love this. Oh, wow. If you're ready to share, I would love to see this. Yes, Lou. Oh, wow. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Now, these aren't dark enough. I've got to tell you this. My late mother used to say to me, paint what you see, not what you actually see. That's nice. She used to sell her work in Germany. Wow. Large mosaics. Is that right? Wow. Wow, that's amazing. It's nice that you remember those lovely things. They're really nice. Yes, so it's good to be inspired. It's good to be inspired. I need dark. I need something dark. Darker. I need to mix. Oh, that's black. I don't want black. I found, although black is okay to mix when I want a dark, I do use the neutral grey extra dark to darken some things, because I find sometimes, and you know, I use black, but sometimes, yeah, I don't know. Well, the neutral grey extra dark won't make it black, 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 will it? No. But I need enough dark, but not black, to do certain areas here before I even move on. Yeah, I might even have to do that. So I'm going to try and do that in my next project. Try something new. Playing will be involved. Beautiful. You're going to have to film it, Jelena. Show us. Have to show us. Oh, wow. Your daughter-in-law, Nan, is an author. Yes. Well, that's a good way to look at a book, like go into a book that you like, and pick a scene and do that. That's a good idea. I like that idea. I've thought of doing that with the Lord of the Rings, grabbing just a scene, like just a paragraph, and doing the artwork for that. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Whoa, yes. Okay. Love how the background makes the octopus pop off the page. Oh, this octopus. You're talking this octopus. He makes me smile, this fella. And you know what? I'll tell you how this came about. I wish I had thought of that one, but it's something that I would think of. That was there was a reference on Pixabay, like that. I didn't do the detail. I changed it a little bit as far as the background and stuff like that. Someone on Patreon, one of my patrons asked, because I always ask on Patreon, what would you like me to, I've got projects ready which I've put together, But, you know, ultimately, it's something that you would like to do. So I showed, so someone suggested, can you paint an octopus? Can we do an octopus? I go, an octopus? I think I've done octopus tentacles once before, but I don't think I've ever done an octopus like that. So I go, all right. So, of course, I'm thinking, well, you know, it's not going to be normal. It's not going to be your average day octopus. And they go, yeah, we know. And I go, okay, do anything, it's fine. So I went looking for, and so, you know, I gather all of these octopus. I gather, how do you say that in plural? Octopus eye? Anyway, sorry for butchering that. So I was ready to create one, and I saw this, and I go, well, it's already done for me. I'm not going to touch this in any way possible, but I will do it in my way. So I didn't do, so that's how that came about. This was not my design. So Pixabay, everyone. You got to go looking in there. Yeah, my daughter-in-law writes romance novels for Penguin Random House. Is that right? Wow. I don't get too inspired by them, and they are very, very spicy. Well, okay, Nan, but all right. Understand. Understand. But I'm thinking Lord of the Rings, like fantasy stuff. I'm thinking there. But yeah, yeah. To be honest, never thought of anything would come of it. But an assessor editor looked it over and said, yes, keep going. Crazy. Go, baby, go, Lou, go. Woohoo. You could even, if you wanted to, Lou, you could even, you know, do some paintings around that for you. What a nice project that would be for you. Diane says, yeah, I ordered the new set and it took months to arrive here in the US. Are you talking the PanPastels, Diane? Is that what you're saying? Next project, an octopus playing the piano. Oh, those tentacles. That took a while. That took about 15 hours of painting. That was 15 hours. Yeah, 15 hours. And the only reason why I know it's about 15 is because that's how long. There were 10 sessions of an hour and a half. Give or take, you know, give or take. Yes, full time. She has a doctorate in psychology and gave up her practice when her writing started to earn her more. Oh, Kim. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. It's her dream come true. Wow. See, and how creative. See, you know what, Nan? She's creative, and probably her other job wasn't allowing her to be creative, I would say. Can I just say this process is not a quick process, okay? But I like this process, using a brush with pans, that is. So if you're wondering, oh my gosh, this is taking forever. Yes, it is going to take forever. But I'm going to get the results I want. So, yep. Wow. Yes, Chrissy, I have done an acrylic of my main character, but it did not turn out how I see her in my head. Oh, wow. Gosh. You'll have to give me permission to do one. Maybe. I really want to see that. Oh, let me see. Yeah, my mother got sick and passed long before she finished a mosaic. Now I will try and finish it with oils. It will take a while, I think. Yeah, well, you know, I love oils too. Oh, yes. But yes, you should go ahead and just do it. Diane? Yep. Yeah, same. Ali, welcome to the chat. Welcome. Chrissy, I got inspired by your video on Canon Selfie QX20. Uh-oh. And bought one myself for journalism. Oh, I've got something to show you now that you said that. I thought I could write with a glass pen using the Herb and Rose scented ink about my work. Oh, I got to show you something. I'm glad you brought that up because I have been journaling myself, and I'll show you how. Is it close by? Just so happens it's close by. This was another thing. So what Ali is talking about with the with the selfie QX20 is I have been journaling myself, right? And so what's happened is, but I've been decorating my pages too. Now remember, I'm talking about my, these are all my, my exhibition that just passed, and I'm writing on what I did and stuff like that. But look what the selfie does. It took this, and I write about my projects, and I'm journaling them. Each and every one of these paintings that were involved in my exhibition. And there are some older paintings and some newer ones, so you would know some of these. You would know that. I included that. I included those two, yes. Here we go. That one's sold, by the way, so I include that was in my exhibition. All of these in my exhibition, that one there and that one there. I've got videos on these, by the way. And look, there's the miniatures. Remember the miniatures? So there's something that I painted. That was an older one that I included. An older one that I included. But there is my pelican. I need to add 2 more in there. I have to write about these, so I've put them in there too, but I took photos with my selfie. This is what the selfie did. This is what Ali's talking about. And this one's in with gouache. And there's another one that I did for my exhibition. That one's in oils, my frog. I like frogs for some reason. I don't know why I do frogs a lot. And that was also that included in my exhibition. What else have I got? That was an older one. This was one. So I've already planned my page. Yes. So yes, Ali. Wow. So then Ali, tell me, oh, I'm so curious. Tell me, what do you think of the images that it, oh, and by the way, you're talking about a glass pen. This one is by Herben. This is just beautiful. So I've got this here for when I'm writing things as well. Funny you should just bring that up. It's so weird. Okay. Let me go back to Ali. Yep. Abigail says, yeah, I've been taking painting lessons because I want to get out and be with people. I have the idea that everybody is so full of themselves, only a few that take it so lightly as I do. Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha. Louise, artist journey. We always try to put on paper what we have in mind. Sorry, I'm going. Need to go, says Helen. All right, Helen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. What's this, Louise? Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. My imagination is running overtime now and then. Oh, okay. Well, that's what it takes. You know, it just takes a little bit of inspiration. Just a little bit of inspiration. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So that selfie printer that I showed, it's a few live streams ago. It is just such a good little printer that it's a little bit more expensive, and the paper that you get, like the photo paper that you get, you know, there's like, I think one has got 60 in there, which is like credit card or business card size, and the other one, which is 20, is the square size. Granted, a little bit expensive, but I just think it is so worth it. I mean, you're not going to be sitting there taking 50 million photos, but the photo that you take, you want it to look nice and you want it to last. The ink is fabulous. Chrissy, I had told Louise that my daughter-in-law's heroine is a pirate. Is that right? Maybe I should read some of these books. I love romance too. Yeah, I love romance too. Actually, you know what I like? I like romance adventure. So the pirate thing might be good. And a bit of fantasy in it as well. Oh, yeah. Selfie print. Yeah, printer. Sorry. How do you print in book, Chrissy? In the journal? Yeah, it's the printer. It's the printer. Yeah. I mean, I suppose if you've got a normal size printer and you get photo paper, you could do that as well if you don't have a selfie. But for me, I got that because I also want to take it. I'm not sure whether I will take it with me when I go overseas, but it's very portable, you know. It's very portable. The genre is called romantasy. Ooh. Romantasy? I like it. Yes, I like it. I'm going to have a look for that one. Romantasy. That's the genre. Very swashbuckling, yeah. Sorry I have to go. Yeah, I'm very busy with housework. Come over and do mine as well. Come over and do mine. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. This poor lady. So as you can see, this is taking a while, and it will take a while. Poor thing. See if I can finish her too, because you know she's been sitting on the easel for way too long. I need to finish this as well. Trying to figure out how not to get confused here. Yes, so is anyone going to have a play this weekend, and are you going to show us? Or you don't have to, actually. It's probably something that you go, yeah, no, I'm not showing that. But that's good. That's okay. That's okay as well. But even if you tell us that we've been playing, that would be good. Oh, actually, Ali, I don't know if you've gone, but before you go, you should check out these watercolors, Jackman's. I got them from Etsy. So if you're still around, we can talk pigment then, because everyone, Ali here is our pigment expert. He tells us a lot of information about pigments, which is very interesting for us actually. I like it when he does that. He tells us the fugitive colours, he tells us all the colours that we shouldn't try and should try. Yeah, I'm going to Blick tomorrow. Enable me. Enable you. All right. Enable you. Well, get these. You know what? Actually, just this one, the sap green in the Surreal. The sap green. That does amazing things. Oh, hang on. I'll bring the swatch. Hang on. Okay, so this is when I discovered, because when it goes on wet, you don't see it until it goes dry. So there's the sap green. That's the sap green. Then there's the Quin Gold, the nickel yellow. You said, Nan. Okay, cobalt green. The cerulean blue, that's them, and there's Daniel Smith there, and the primary yellow in the Sennelier. So that's them. But if you're not going to get those, definitely that one, because it gives you this lovely blue, there's a lovely blue. Well, obviously it's green, it's made up of blue, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I forgot how nice it was. See, can you see? That's what, yeah. So, and paper. Does Blick, what kind of papers? I mean, no, stupid question. So is it, apart from the American papers, what other papers does Blick have? Have they got, I mean, Blick's pretty big, I know that. But do they have like Armatruda, or do they have, what kind of watercolor papers do they have? Strathmore, I know, you know, they probably have Fabriano. But papers that you haven't heard of before, that's where I would be going if you want inspiration. Yeah, I always have to finish my painting and drawing the same day. I find it strange to paint something and go on with the next time. It stays there in the art school. Well, yes. It doesn't happen very often where I don't finish, or I do have unfinished things. But there's still ones which I'm going to return to. That's why I keep, see this paper here. That's why I keep this here, so I know what colours, and I just continue on. My mixing palette, that's what, couldn't find the word. Blick has a lot more online than in the store, but yes, they have papers from all over. Unfortunately, they don't have Pastelmat sheets in the store, so I have to order them. Oh wow, yeah. I wonder why they do that. I wonder why. It could be like in store sometimes. Now I know what you mean, why you say that, Nat, because sometimes the art store just doesn't have room to store all of these, but they want they want the sale, so they're not going to, so they want the sale. So I would say the large sheets would be difficult to store in an art shop if the size is not very big. I mean, the art store that I work at, and I only say that from experience because I work in an art store now, so I understand now. I never did, but now I understand. Space is always because space is always a problem, because when you bring in a range, you can't just bring in one color. You know, one range may have 10 colors, but then that 10 colors has in all different sizes. You know, A4, A3, 50 by 70 centimeters, extra large, 100 by 70 centimeters. So, you know, I would say in that case, then they would have a storage. They would know how to store it. Yeah. No room or less sale. Well, they'll capture the sale online, and you'll find that most people will shop online. Their business would be more online than it would be someone walking in the shop. Yeah. I think it's a bonus if it's a bonus if they're walking in the shop, if someone walks in the shop. But yeah, I would but there's nothing like walking into an art shop and smelling all the art supplies, like the cedar, because we get that a lot. As soon as you walk in, the customers go, "Oh, I love that smell. Smells like wood or cedar." I go, "Yeah," but then, you know, when I'm working in there, it's sort of the smell, I don't smell it. Yeah, it's not until you're outside that you come in that you smell it. But yes, it's interesting. So there's nothing better than going into an art shop and touching and feeling. That's always a really nice feeling. But a lot of their business would be online. So I think that, yeah, Blick has room for Pastelmat. Is that right? There are empty drawers next to the sanded paper sheets. I hope they'll get it soon. Oh, wow. They only sell the pads now. Is that right? Is that right? Well, there you go. It's dangerous going to the shop. I buy more. How do you think I feel? Chrissy, how about, says Abigail, how about making your own paper for fun? Ooh, that would be interesting. For fun. You can use an old cotton t-shirt or jeans, rip it to pieces and add it to the pulp. Great experiment. Well, yes, Two Rivers is an English paper, and they do things like that. Oh, that's another, oh, you just reminded me. Another thing which which I'm going to do is make a sketchbook out of the papers that I have in my studio. I'm going to do bookbinding. Remember when I brought all the tools? Remember when I said, oh, I'm going to do bookbinding? Well, I'm going to do that. I want to know when I'm going to have time to do it, but I have, because I've already cut down some papers, watercolor paper, and this is one of the papers. It's going to be a book where it's this size, and it will be this size, which I think is fair, right? The size will be this size. So this is one of the papers. So that's why I was testing the papers. I was testing the papers to see what goes on there, so I can include it in the book that I'm going to bind, because I'm going to put various watercolor, and one of them is Two Rivers, which is an English paper, and it is like what you said, Abigail. They would do cotton, they would do all that kind of, like, rip old t-shirts and stuff like that. Yep. My granddaughter's face when brought her in the art shop, it was worth to bring her. Oh, wow, really? Oh, nice. Yeah. Yes, do it. You'll have fun and love it. Oh, yes. Yeah, well, you know, I've still got the one that you've made for me. I love it. Yep, so I'm going to do that. But that's a really good idea. See, Abigail, you've done so much. You've done so much. So much. Oh, wow. I have made a few books, used very old books as the cover. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm so glad I cannot find that I am so glad that you cannot find the Jackman watercolor parts in America. They are gorgeous, and I am so out of space. Well, they're there. Hang on, are they American? No, not American. They're British. They're British. Jackman. No. They're British. They're English. Sorry, did I say American? I didn't mean American. I didn't mean American, Etsy. No. Look, made in England. These are English. Here we go. Jackman's Art Materials.co.uk. That's where you'll find them. Jackman's Art Materials.co.uk. Uh-oh. Ooh. No, I wanted that dark. Yeah. But I got mine on Etsy. So now I'm going to go to their website. Okay. I am a subscriber, but I will post a link on my Facebook page. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah. Yes. No, those Jackmans are nice. How many mil are those tubes? 14 mil. They weren't cheap, I'll tell you that. They weren't cheap. Well, for me, I'm Australian, so anything that's art here is going to be expensive. So, yeah. Paula, hello. Hello, welcome. Am I buffering? Buffing. Am I buffering? Yeah, they're really nice. Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, they're 14 mil. Yeah, 14 mil. Look, 14. But don't go past, if you ever, the sap green in the Sennelier. That has a lovely granulation as well. Wow, I didn't realise that they do that. Oh, okay, I'm back now. Is that what happened? Yeah, I was buffering. Oh, okay. So there you go. So today we talked about zins. We talked about this kind of thing. We talked about that today. So, you know, we talked about papers. We talked about inspiration today. So, and we even talked about journaling and the selfie printer today. All the tubes in my basket are 5 mil, so I have to look for the bigger ones. Ooh. All? How many are you buying? I bought, they come in a set. They come in sets. Yeah, buffering, not buffing. They come in sets, so I got, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they come, They come in sets of 4, I think. Yeah, they come in sets of 4. Like, I can't remember now what sets they were together with, but oh, where are you? Oh gosh. Anyway, there must be another one. Oh, there's another one back there. But I think they come in sets of 4. They come, or individually, I believe. Bigger tube, bigger price. Yes. All the tube. All right. So if you ever decide, this one was A3, so if you ever decide to make one of those, I would love to see what you come up with. Okay, 10 loose colours. Ooh. Yeah, I bought mine in a set, so, but that's what they were on Etsy, okay, so, you know. I didn't even think to go to their website. But it, you know, for me, like, it took a while to get here. But not bad, I suppose. 3 or 4 weeks for me. You know, I do live far away. All right. Okay. You know, folks, I'm going to leave it there for today. I need concentration for this, and I know that I'm going to muck it up. So I don't want to muck it up more. But I will leave it today. So just letting you know, all of these things that we talked about, I would love to see again. Love to see if you do this. Love to see your projects on Share Your Art with Xrissart. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead, subscribe, share, like it, all of that stuff. I'm nearly 10,000. Knocking on the door. All right, folks. Have a lovely weekend. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you all next week. Bye for now, everyone. Oh, and thank you for watching, and thank you for being here on the live stream. Bye for now.